According to this article, scientists have discovered a real-life unicorn. I don't know, Jack. That just looks like a horse with a horn attached to its head. No. That looks pretty legit to me. Besides, isn't that exactly what a unicorn is? A horse with a horn on its head? It's no secret that sometimes the things we read, hear, or see can be, well, not entirely true. Yeah, I like to think of it as embellishing a story to make it more interesting. No, it's just fake news. You're fake news. No, I'm not. Okay, you two, we got a lot to get through. He started it. For as long as us humans have been communicating information, we've also been communicating misinformation, disinformation, exaggeration, and things that are, well, not exactly the whole truth. Whether it's to make ourselves look good or to persuade people to think like us or to just downright lie. One of the earliest examples comes from ancient Egypt, when the pharaoh Ramesses II rewrote the history books to make out that he'd won the Great Battle of Kadesh. Poems and carvings were created depicting him celebrating his great victory. Although that victory didn't actually happen. How do you know? You weren't there? Oh, well, that's true. Fast forward to when the printing press became a thing and it was much easier to spread information. People started to read stuff for themselves, rather than just believing what they were told. But printed words and pictures could also be used to manipulate people's opinions, spread stuff that wasn't entirely true, or sometimes outright lies. A pretty famous example was the moon hoax of 1835, when a newspaper, the New York Sun, posted a series of articles about creatures that had been found on the moon. It wasn't true, obviously, but the stories did help to sell a lot of papers. And isn't that the most important part of media? I don't think so. No, it's not, but you do sort of have a point. During the late 19th century, fake news became a bit of a fad, as two popular New York newspapers tried to outsell each other with increasingly sensationalized stories that were often exaggerated or sometimes untrue. It was known as yellow journalism. As time went on, some newspapers made their name on being trustworthy, while others continued to embrace the wackier stuff. Meanwhile, new mediums brought new opportunities and new challenges for media literacy. Radio meant you could actually hear what people were really saying and doing.
All these and many others.
But that doesn't mean it was always true.
Metal casing is definitely extraterrestrial.
In fact, in 1938, a fictional radio play based on Orson Welles' War of the Worlds reportedly spread panic when people thought the planet was really being invaded by aliens.
Tanks for the automobiles coming this way now.
Ooh, actually, the whole story about the panic is fake news too. Newspapers exaggerated it to try to discredit radio. Then along came television, which had a big impact on the way we saw and understood the world around us.
The Eagle has landed.
For the first time, we could actually see what was going on around the world in real time.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
But television also brought in a new wave of sensationalized journalism, where important but boring stories were sometimes pushed aside for more exciting stories that could get an emotional response from the viewer. Oh, so exciting, so captivating, I simply can't turn it off. He turned it off. In the 50s and 60s, people started to recognize the need for critical thinking skills in order to analyze the media. Organizations were set up by governments to promote standards in journalism, as well as to provide media literacy programs in schools, while some media organizations built their reputations on being trustworthy. But then along came the internet and it changed everything again. Suddenly, anyone could post whatever they wanted, including stuff that wasn't always true. This only got worse when social media was introduced. With just a click of a button, people can share stuff without really knowing where it came from, or if it's actually true. It's something that governments and social media companies have started to take action on, because of its impact on people, governments, and institutions. So what can we do to be more media literate? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. I'll take it from here. For starters, you can ask yourself, does the story seem a bit suspicious? Is it too good, too bad, or too weird to be true? Then maybe it is. Don't just read the headline. They can sometimes be misleading and created to get your attention. So dig a little deeper and find out, where did the story come from? Who might benefit from the story? Is it actually news? Is it a satirical piece? Is it an opinion piece? Or is it an ad? And if you're still unsure, you could always do a quick search to see if anyone else is reporting on it and what those articles say. Wait, I've just found another article confirming that they really did find a unicorn. See? And who wrote those articles? Oh, someone named Deville. Oh. What? Deville, Deville. That wasn't me, that was another Deville.